Let's be real, nobody likes being in debt. It can hold you back from achieving your financial goals, whether that's buying your dream house, starting a business, or just having the peace of mind that comes with financial freedom. We've all been there, staring at those credit card statements, wondering how we're going to tackle those balances. The good news is, you absolutely can take control of your debt and crush it. In this video, I'm going to break down the top debt repayment strategies that have helped myself and countless others get out of debt faster and start building real wealth. We're talking about proven methods like the debt snowball, the debt avalanche, debt consolidation, balance transfers, and more. We'll dive deep into each strategy, exploring how they work, the pros and cons of each, to help you decide which one might be the perfect fit for your unique financial situation. Remember, there's no one-size-fits-all solution when it comes to debt repayment. It's about finding what works best for you and your goals. So, if you're ready to finally break free from the chains of debt and start building a brighter financial future, subscribe to the channel for more personal finance tips, and let's get started. First up, we have the snowball method, and it's all about building momentum. Imagine a snowball rolling down a hill. It starts small, but as it picks up more snow, it gets bigger and bigger, gaining speed and power along the way. That's the core idea behind this strategy. Here's how it works. You list out all your debts not by interest rate but from smallest to largest balance. Then you focus on putting any extra money you have towards attacking that smallest debt first, while making minimum payments on everything else. Once that smallest debt is gone, you take the money you were putting towards it and roll it into the next smallest debt, on top of the minimum payment you're already making. This creates that snowball effect, where you're paying off debts faster and faster as you go. The beauty of this method is its psychological impact. Seeing those early wins, even if they're small debts, can be incredibly motivating and help you stay committed to the journey. Now, let's talk about putting the debt snowball into action. The first step is to gather all your debt information: credit card statements, student loans, personal loans, anything you owe. List them out, smallest balance to largest, ignoring interest rates for now. Next, figure out how much extra money you can realistically put towards debt repayment each month. This might mean cutting back on unnecessary expenses, picking up a side hustle, or selling some stuff you don't need. Once you have that extra cash flow, hammer down on that smallest debt. Make those minimum payments on everything else, but throw every extra dollar you have at that first target. Now, the debt snowball method isn't without its potential drawbacks. Since you're not prioritizing high-interest debt, you might end up paying more in interest over the long run. However, the psychological advantage of early wins can be a game changer for many people, especially if you've struggled with staying motivated with debt repayment in the past. Now, let's shift gears and talk about the debt avalanche method, which is all about efficiency and saving money on interest. If you're someone who likes to optimize everything and squeeze out every last bit of savings, this strategy might be right for you. Instead of focusing on the smallest balance, the debt avalanche prioritizes your debts by interest rate, from highest to lowest. You'll still be making minimum payments on all your debts, but with this method, you'll be throwing all your extra cash flow at the debt with the highest interest rate. Why? Because that high-interest debt is costing you the most money over time. By tackling it head-on, you're minimizing the amount of interest you accrue and ultimately paying off your debt faster and for less. To get started with the debt avalanche, you'll follow a similar process to the debt snowball. First, list out all your debts, but this time, organize them by interest rate, highest to lowest. Second, determine how much extra money you can allocate towards debt repayment each month. Remember, the more you can put towards your debts, the faster you'll be free. Now, focus all your extra funds on that debt with the highest interest rate, and keep making those minimum payments on your other debts. The key here is to stay laser-focused on that high-interest debt until it's completely gone. Once it is, you'll take all the money you were putting towards it, including the minimum payment, and roll it into the next highest interest rate debt. The debt avalanche method is a fantastic way to save money on interest payments in the long run. However, it's important to acknowledge that it might not provide the same quick wins or psychological boost as the debt snowball method. If you find yourself getting discouraged by the lack of early progress, it might be helpful to combine elements of both methods or explore other strategies that might be a better fit for your personality and financial situation. Debt consolidation. It's like taking all your messy debts and rolling them into one neat little package. Imagine you've got credit card bills, personal loans, maybe even some medical debt, all with different interest rates and due dates. It's a headache to think about it, right? That's where debt consolidation comes in. You essentially take out a new loan, often with a lower interest rate, and use it to pay off all those existing debts. Now, instead of juggling multiple payments, you've got just one, which can be a lot easier to manage. It helps to simplify your finances Marie Kondo style, but instead of getting rid of clutter, you're getting rid of debt. But here's the thing, debt consolidation isn't a magic wand. Debt consolidation can seem like a lifesaver, but it's not without downsides. Extending repayment terms might mean more interest over time. Good credit is often needed for favorable rates, and introductory rates can increase later. So be sure to weigh the pros and cons carefully. Next, let's talk about balance transfer credit cards. These can be a powerful weapon in your arsenal when used strategically. Imagine this. You've got a credit card with a sky-high interest rate, like 20% or even higher. It's like trying to outrun a cheetah. You're just racking up interest faster than you can pay it down. This is where balance transfer cards come in. They often come with a sweet 0% introductory APR for a certain period, usually between 12 to 21 months. This means you can transfer your high-interest debt to this new card and enjoy a break from those hefty interest charges. It's like hitting the pause button on that interest-generating machine. Now, before you jump headfirst into the world of balance transfer cards, there are a few things you need to keep in mind. First and foremost, always read the fine print. I know, reading the fine print isn't exactly the most thrilling activity, but trust, it's essential. You need to be aware of any balance transfer fees. These fees can range from 3% to 5% of the amount you're transferring. So if you're transferring a large balance, that fee can add up quickly and potentially offset any interest savings you might have made. Also, pay close attention to the credit limit on the new card. Ideally, you want a credit limit that's high enough to accommodate the balance you're transferring without maxing out the card. Maxing out your credit card can hurt your credit score, and that's definitely not what we want. And finally, remember that opening a new credit card can temporarily ding your credit score. It's not a huge deal, but it's something to be aware of, especially if you're planning to apply for a major loan like a mortgage in the near future. Now let's talk about debt management plans, or DMPs for short. This strategy involves working with a credit counseling agency to create a structured plan to pay off your debts. Now, this isn't a quick fix, and it might not be the right solution for everyone, but it can be a lifeline for those struggling to keep their heads above water. Think of a credit counseling agency as your financial coach. They'll work with you to analyze your income, expenses, and debts to create a personalized repayment plan. They'll then negotiate with your creditors to see if they can secure lower interest rates or waive fees. It's like having a professional negotiator in your corner, fighting for your financial well-being. Now, while a DMP can be a great option for some people, it's important to understand the potential impact it can have on your credit score. Enrolling in a DMP will be noted on your credit report, which can temporarily lower your credit score. However, this negative impact is usually outweighed by the positive effects of consistently making on-time payments over time. Keep in mind that a DMP is a commitment, often lasting 3 to 5 years. You'll need to stick to the agreed-upon payment plan and be prepared to make some lifestyle adjustments to free up extra cash for debt repayment. It's not always easy, but remember, financial freedom is a marathon, not a sprint. Another crucial point to remember is that not all credit counseling agencies are created equal. It's essential to do your research and choose a reputable and accredited agency. Look for nonprofit organizations that offer free initial consultations and transparent fee structures. Ultimately, deciding whether a DMP is right for you is a personal decision. Weigh the potential benefits and drawbacks carefully, and don't hesitate to ask questions and seek guidance from a trusted financial advisor. Remember, knowledge is power when it comes to your finances. Another powerful strategy for repaying your debt is making more money. Remember, when it comes to debt repayment, it's a two-pronged approach. Reduce your spending and increase your income. Side hustles are all the rage these days, and for good reason. They offer a flexible way to earn extra cash flow that you can put directly towards your debt. Whether it's driving for a ride-sharing service, delivering food, or freelancing your skills online, there are endless possibilities. The beauty of side hustles is that they allow you to leverage your existing skills and interests to generate additional income. Plus, With the rise of the gig economy, it's easier than ever to find opportunities that fit your schedule and lifestyle. Remember, every little bit counts. Even an extra $50 or $100 a week can make a significant dent in your debt over time. So get creative, explore your options, and start hustling your way to financial freedom. Beyond side hustles, consider ways to increase your primary income. This could involve asking for a raise, negotiating a higher salary at a new job, or even pursuing additional education or certifications to boost your earning potential. Negotiating a raise can be intimidating, but it's often the most effective way to increase your income significantly. Do your research, highlight your accomplishments, and go into the conversation prepared to make your case. If you're feeling undervalued or stuck in a rut, it might be time to explore new job opportunities. Update your resume, network with industry professionals, and see what's out there. You might be surprised at the earning potential that awaits you. Remember, investing in yourself is one of the best financial decisions you can make. Whether it's acquiring new skills, pursuing higher education, or simply honing your existing talents, personal and professional development can lead to significant financial rewards down the line. There you have it. We've covered 7 powerful debt repayment strategies that can help you break free from the shackles of debt and achieve financial freedom. We talked about the debt snowball and avalanche methods, debt consolidation, balanced transfer cards, and debt management plans. Remember, the key is to choose the strategy that aligns best with your financial situation and goals. Remember, getting out of debt requires a holistic approach. It's about managing your money effectively, making conscious spending choices, and finding ways to increase your cash flow. Now, I want to hear from you. Which debt repayment strategy resonates with you the most? Have you tried any of these methods yourself? Share your experiences, tips, and questions in the comments below. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more personal finance tips and tricks. Until next time.